Right now, we know police are investigating 8 shootings since 5 o'clock yesterday, at least one of them deadly. And you see them right here on this map, many of them in southeastern and northeastern parts of the city, some in North Portland. Just a handful of the dozens of shootings reported this year as 2020's record gun violence continues into this year.
Now, the latest incident is tonight in North Portland. Police tell us there was a head-on crash at North Columbia and North Vancouver. That's when witnesses say one driver tried to run away. When bystanders tried to stop him, he shot one of them in the arm. He and a female accomplice then ran away. Another person involved in the crash suffered life-threatening injuries. We'll bring you more information as it comes into the newsroom. Let's switch now to Jenny Young, who's on the scene of that shooting now. And I know, Jenny, you sat down with 2 city commissioners to ask what's being done about this violent gun violence in Portland.
Jeff, you know, it spiked in July and it really hasn't, it's just continued to spike. And we did, like you said, sit down with Commissioner Mapps and Commissioner Hardesty to find out what their plans are.
We've given back a generation of progress on gun crimes. We're frankly back to where we were in the bad old days of the crack epidemic.
Portland's newest city commissioner, Mingus Mapps, tells me he's heartbroken by the rate of gun violence that's nearly doubled over the past year. We talked about what he thinks is causing it.
First, we have COVID, which has cut people off from economic opportunity. COVID has also cut people off from educational opportunities. It's cut people off from employment opportunities, if I haven't said that also. And then you have to recognize the very nature of violence. You know, it is literally contagious.
Commissioner Joanne Hardesty, known for being the driving force behind the vote to dissolve PPB's gun violence reduction team back in July of 2020, also believes the spike is related to COVID-19.
What we know is that historically in economic downturns and economic devastation, the level of crimes go way up.
So what do these 2 leaders say about a solution? What's it going to take to stop bullets from raining down in Portland neighborhoods?
I think that we need to have a multi-pronged gun strategy, one which both focuses in on enforcement, especially on issues surrounding guns. We need to have cops at the table. At the same time, as soon as a trigger has been pulled, it's far too late, and that's why I think we need to focus in on prevention programs.
The things that you're talking about are very idealistic, and I think a lot of people would agree that they're good things,
yeah.
But they're things that are going to take time.
Well, absolutely. In terms of what we can do tonight, I think, again, as a community, double down on the message of peace and rejection of violence. A week from today, we really will be deploying our police forces differently, so there'll be more cops on the streets, and that will make a big difference.
Mapps acknowledged that the police bureau is dealing with a staffing shortage like it hasn't seen in nearly 30 years. And in order to put more patrols on the street, come next week, PPB is removing all officers off its K-9 unit and traffic enforcement unit.
All right, listen to this. The whole Bureau, by February 4th, next week, they're shrinking down to basically just 2 entities, patrol and detectives. So definitely going to have to stay on top of this story, something we will certainly do. And those interviews with both commissioners, we are posting both full interviews on KOIN.com. Reporting live tonight, Jenny Young, KOIN 6 News.
All right, Jenny, that's the latest incident. We're